Oh man, y'all doing all right? Can y'all hear us okay and see us okay? Give us a good old howdy.
Let's see if I can get it up.
We got this brand new, just walked in an hour ago, PSE Embark we can chat with y'all about. Some more PSE bows were released today. Some expedition bows were released.
Mm-hmm.
We got all kind of stuff happening. I like the color of this thing.
What's up, Richard?
What's up?
Yeah, it does look nice. Looks like they went with an oversized E-clip too.
I think that's a 1/4 inch axle. That's a bigger than normal axle.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it. There's a bunch of stuff I like. Pretty sleek.
Looks like they didn't. We hadn't really, like I said, we just took this thing out of the box. And
Yeah, a few minutes ago.
where the string post is, it's more up towards the top of that load.
Happy New Year to everybody. This is I guess our first live feed this year. Got something in my gizzard. Okay. Anyway, Happy New Year. Hope y'all had a good New Year and all that good stuff. We didn't go live last week. I don't remember what was going on, but oh yeah, that's right. We closed for a couple of days last week for New Year. That's what it was.
Richard says, have we seen the new bloodline that or glow fiber yet?
Yeah, and I'm gonna email them as soon as I can get to the computer and order some. As long as I'm guessing it wouldn't be priced much different than the normal stuff, or maybe even the same. As long as it ain't like 4 times the price, I'm in. It looked pretty slick. I don't honestly. I ain't had a chance to click on it. I just seen the green. Are they making it in multiple colors? Do you know? Or I don't really know anything about it other than just the picture I saw of the green.
Yeah. If I remember right, Samuel, with the Urban Street Ministry, I think it's Sam.
Yeah.
Samuel, I think. I'm not good remembering stuff. Let's see. What's up, KJ? What's up, William?
What's going on, fellas?
Yeah, William said long time no hear, no see.
I know. We was just saying we closed. Well, actually, the past 2 weeks we closed a couple days for Christmas Eve, Christmas, all that stuff, and then last week we closed a couple days for New Year's Eve and Day and all that stuff. So we've been skipping out a few times here, but we back. Hopefully back to. Well, I don't guess nothing's coming up now. If everything wasn't going crazy now with the COVID, we'd be going to I think this week we'd be at the ATA show. I know we would be, but no ATA show.
Richard said he'd known about a month ago if they was gonna come out with that, he'd have waited and got that on his bow.
I had no clue. Just when I seen it on Instagram earlier, or no, Facebook. Partain sent it to us on Facebook or somewhere. That's the first I'd seen it, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And that's what I was telling TJ. That's what I like. They're thinking out of the box. They're not doing just the normal stuff.
Yeah,
I like that. And that picture looked sharp.
It did.
So I'm hoping a lot of the fluorescent colors may come in glow in the dark eventually. But like I say, I'm gonna email them tonight and get some ordered and all that sort of thing, because that's a neat idea.
What's up, Jeff?
What's going on? We'll talk about it more in a minute when we get everybody in here. But if you wasn't watching when we first went live, we just got in this PSE Embark finally, and pulled it out of the box and fired it a few times before we went live, so we can chat about it.
Richard said he seen the Instagram post and sold himself. But yeah, that glow, I'm interested to see it myself.
Well, I think 2 things. I think 1, it's cool because it's going to glow in the dark. But 2, I think it's going to be extremely bright, even brighter than normal fluorescent green, because it's made that, so I can't wait to play with it.
Yeah.
We'll be, hopefully, I don't know how, we'll see. I'll email them tonight and let y'all know the scoop. But as soon as I can get my hands on some, I'm going to get it.
What's up, Stanley?
Stan the man.
KJ wants to know if we're going to shoot it through the chrono.
Not tonight. our dang it's a long story. It ain't really a long story. Our ballast went out in the little hallway in there where we shoot at and all that stuff, and I'm converting the entire shop over to those LED lights, and I've already bought them, but we hadn't started putting them up yet. So if we went in there, it'd be black dark, and it probably wouldn't do worth a flip.
Yeah.
So not tonight, but I'm gonna do a big video on it in the next week or two. It'll definitely be on that. I may even next time we go live whoop it out because we're gonna try to start putting them lights up this weekend as we can find a few minutes. But
What's up, Mick? What up, Brad? Brad, we need to go to Brad's house. He's grilling steaks and popping tops.
see y'all later. But anyway, so we pulled this thing out of the box right before we went live and shot it just so we could talk about it for a minute. And like I say, if it wasn't for our dang light being out in there, we'd go do the whole shebang. But we'll get to it sooner than later. But just first reaction is this Joker shot good.
It did.
Now it's got a rubber overmolded type grip. I don't know. I hadn't researched if you can change that out or how that does it come off. Yeah, it comes off with an Allen screw.
Yeah.
If
Now, don't quote me on this, but I remember when they released it, I think that they said something about maybe having interchangeable grips, or somebody asked that question. I remember seeing it.
I'm sure somebody will make one if they don't. But anyway, not much vibration. It's an $800 bow. It looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Not much vibration. It's got a heck of a draw cycle. I mean, it's like a perfect draw cycle to me. It's only rated at 327 IBO, so it's a little on the slow side, but I'd take that for the feel of this bow. It's got a 7-inch brace height, 31 inches long. I don't know what it weighs, but the only thing that I can find so far that I don't like about it is it's got the plastic polymer limb cup and not a metal one. But in however many years we've dealt with PSE, along 5, 6, 7 years out here, I've only had one plastic limb cup from them break, and the guy dropped it out of a tree stand. So I'm not really worried about it. But it's got the 1/4-inch axles, the big beefy axles. You know, it looks good. It's got it's perfect. I mean, it's the flow green, the dark OD green, and then that what is that, Sitka? The Sitka camo. I mean, that just pops good. The graphics on the limb looks good. I'm a fan.
Samuel asked, is it the same as the Drive NXT?
Not that I don't think so.
Because I know this is his first production of the way he wanted it.
I need to look up the specs of the Drive NXT. We might do that in a minute. Because off the top of my head, I can't remember.
Richard says he's flying over in the fall to Texas and going to hunt. He said the guy whose family ranch he's hunting on is talking about flying to South Carolina for a couple of days. He said if he does, he said I'll pre-order a set of the Bloodline 99 glow strings before we fly up.
That's cool. We can do it. I like that you can see the limb bolt, so you know exactly how much you got left. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's kind of like, how much purchase have I got left on that limb bolt?
Dean says it looks to have the same cam as the Drive.
I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does.
I hadn't looked at the Drive. And Daniel, we've seen that post of the Evo Evil. I'm interested to see the specs on it.
I'm gonna get us one or two on the way, because I seen the specs. There's what was it? There's two 32s and a 34, if I'm not mistaken. The two 32s, one's got the small base and one's got the large base cam. One of them was a little speedier, but it just looks like a good bow. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know whether to get a 32 or a 34 first one of them, but I may just order both.
Optifade camo, Sitka Optifade, Gore Optifade.
Yeah.
And then they did do something a little different. It looks like it's a 5-piece string set on here, but it's not. It's actually a 3-piece system. That
it weaves through that.
weaves through. It's hard to tell on this video, but if I remember right, I remember him saying that he wanted to be able to yoke tune it.
Yeah, you should be able to take in or out some slack on them things.
KJ says he's hunting Illinois this fall with the old Prime.
Yeah. Your Prime is this color, right? KJ, green and subalpine. I'm pretty sure it was. It's just one of my favorite colors. It matches good, and then because I'm even before all this John Dudley crap, I've always flow green's my thing. You know what I mean? And green's always been my favorite color. So like all this green, I like it. I know some people may not, but I really like it.
Yeah, he said it was.
That's what I thought.
I think it was my foot on this chair right here that cracked.
Or then broke your ankle.
Yeah.
But anyway, they Expedition came out with bows. What was it? A 30? Was it 32, 34, 37?
I think one
No,
of them
30.
A 30, a 32, and a 37.
Okay. I don't know. I hadn't really read up on them yet, but I just seen the post this morning.
DLR asked, will that little yoke thing work on other bows? I don't think it will.
No, because this, like, when they make it, it's just like going to be a huge thing, and then it crosses over itself and goes through this yoke system, so it wouldn't work.
Yeah, it wouldn't. I don't even think it'd work on their five-piece sets.
No.
Let's see. KJ said he just sent you a Marco.
All right, I'll get it because we're recording this on my phone or whatever. We did pull this thing back on the drawboard and put the laser on it, and these cams were exactly perfect, which you normally don't see.
Yeah.
So they got something figured out. I will give them that because I was expecting a lot of the binary systems in the past, you know, you put it on there and it's got a good bit of lean to it, and like I did the top and it was perfect, and I was like, this is probably just luck. I did the bottom, it was perfect, and I was like, this is something here.
I never did look. It don't look like they running too many shims on here.
Yeah, I didn't look either. No, it don't look many. There's like a 10,000ths and then like a 2 10s or a 20 and a 10 on that side.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm curious. We'll play with this bow and make a video on it. We've been waiting on it for a while, a long while actually, and they finally started shipping them. But we'll get a video out soon. I'm like, it ain't gonna be the speed bow.
Yeah.
But I'll take the smoothness that this thing's got over the speed any day of the week.
What's going on, Adam?
And then hopefully those new bows that came out today, it'll probably be a month or two before they start shipping them. But maybe that'll be the faster version of this.
Yeah, I'm interested in that Evil.
Yeah. I almost want to get a 34-inch to play with for me.
DLR asks, could you attach a drop-away rest to the Y of a normal split yoke cable?
Probably. Yeah, I don't see why not. You know, you could split it and then run it to the where it's served at, you know, where it meets back up. I've done it to some certain bows. And speaking of that, when you mentioned that, they said on the thing I watched, this hole right here is made for a
drop away.
Yeah,
for a limb driver.
So that's slick. I forgot all about that.
Well, that'd be good too, because you know now you're not running an extra 4 inches of not like loop material, I guess you could say, or that cord.
Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of keeps everything in line.
I like it. But yeah, I got to look more into the Expedition bows, even the new PSE bows. I ran through the specs, but I can't remember most of them. This bow will go from 23.5 to 30.5. It looks easy to adjust the draw length on, you know, so.
Let's see, DLR said, would the servant hold up?
It should. It should.
And KJ said he still wants to build the heavy air that you and him talked about for his Illinois trip.
That'd be cool. That would be cool. If it starts sounding crazy, it just started pouring rain outside, so I don't know what, it may sound staticky or fuzzy or whatever, but anyway. We
At least.
if you hadn't seen our podcast that came out Tuesday, we're giving away some Renegade Black Eagle arrows, and there's a link at the end of the podcast. There's a thing on how to enter all that stuff. If you hadn't already, I know a bunch of people's already sent in their stuff, but I think we were doing the end of January.
Reed says, good job on my bow, guys. Strings looks good. Bow shooting like new again. He says he's going to stop by when he moves to South Carolina in the summer. Yeah,
Good to hear.
And then KJ says, who owns Darton now?
Oh yeah. So that's breaking news. Black Eagle bought Darton. So like the quick scoop on all that is Rex Darlington owns Darton, and Rex owns a bunch of patents on like just all kind of bow stuff, like the 5-piece system you see on most bows. He gets a royalty off of the hybrid cam system, which was popular with like Hoyt bows. He gets a royalty off of. Like he owns. Supposedly, he said he could really care less about the bow company. He makes so much money off the royalties from these other companies that they have to pay him that he makes a lot of money. But anyway, I've met him a few times at these shows. He's got to be in his 80s. Mm-hmm. So he sold the company to, and they're out of Michigan, Hale, Michigan. He sold the company to Randy that owns Black Eagle, and they are gonna pretty much run the customer service side of it out of the Black Eagle offices down in Georgia, but still make the bows in Michigan. So I don't know. I hadn't really talked to anybody about it. I don't know if Rex will still be involved in the design of them. I mean, he's 80-something years old, so he can't be doing too much longer. I don't know. But it could be good things to come, though, because, Black Eagle owns Conquest archery bars as well. If they could get a few pro shooters shooting the Dartons, and that could take off as a big brand in the next few years. I don't think this year will be a big year for them, but I think the next couple years will be, especially if they can get the right designer and that sort of thing in there. And then if you're local, you know this already. If you're not local, there's a guy about 30 minutes from us, Dwight's Archery. He's a Darton dealer and has been a Darton dealer for probably 30 plus years, and he is the Darton man. And I know a lot of places in the country, they've never even heard of a Darton. But anyway, Dwight is tight with them. And I'm curious to know hear what he says about the whole transition or whatever, but I hadn't talked to him.
Dale or no, nothing really did get wild at the Christmas party.
No, just I ordered 3 or 4 pictures of margaritas, and they brought out tequila shots.
Yeah.
And TJ got topless. I mean, other than that, and then
let's see. Brad, there's a link in the last video that you go to.
Go to that last podcast. Was it 71? I think it was 71 or 72.
Yeah.
Whatever come out Tuesday. And in the beginning of it, I think it was the last week in January when we're going to draw it. I can't remember the date without looking, but it'll tell you about it in the beginning of it, and if you go to the end of it, it'll tell you the whole scoop on how to get entered or whatever. But it's giving away a box of Black Eagle Renegades. If I'd have thought about it before we went live, I'd have put it in this description, but I forgot about it.
Am I still jumping out the cake?
Yeah.
Oh.
At KJ's wedding.
Oh, this is first I've heard of it.
He's gonna come out of that cake like an elephant trunk, son.
Let's see. What up, Muddy Ducks?
Muddy D.
And then Richard said that the Kuma got back to the UK on the 27th. He said USPS did a real good job. He said, but it's still sitting in customs.
Oh, Lord. I meant to ask you, had you got, I just figured you'd got it by now. I know we put it in a new box, because the box you sent it in looked like it had been run over by a truck.
Yeah.
And then underwater for about 3 days, and then dropped from the space station. But we put it in a brand new, or not a brand new, but a new box, and wrapped it and all that stuff. So I'm hoping it'll come on and get there. I don't know how international shipments are going, but we have got stuff missing and lost, stuff coming to us and going,
Yeah.
strings that went out. It's been a mess.
It has.
I guess with the COVID and all the Christmas shipments and stuff, I'm about ready to kill the post office. What sucks is I looked into FedEx and UPS, and even to ship a 3 or 4 ounce package, which is what our strings end up being, I mean, it was going to be like, instead of being a couple bucks, it was going to be like 20 or 30 bucks. So I don't think it'd be worth, even though the service would be better, that much more.
KJ got them. Y'all got them started now.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. KJ says Speedo first, right?
We'll put them in some of them edible underbreeches.
Oh, Lord.
Them grape ones, I'll tell you what, they pretty good.
Oh, man. And Richard says they need a video of me jumping out the cake.
So KJ that's on here, he's getting married in a couple months, and I've been joking about TJ coming out naked out of a cake. And KJ, for whatever reason, KJ wants him to do it.
This is the first I've heard of it.
Well, we're just gonna spring it on you last minute. But
Boy.
they had originally talked about it snowing here, but we just a little bit south of, I guess it's a little too warm, but about an hour north of us, supposedly, they're supposed to get a good bit of snow tonight. And I bet if it's raining hard out there now, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but if it's doing that sort of stuff up there, I bet they're getting something.
Let's see. Addie says, excited about my Seattle Seahawks strings, which I do believe they're laid out. There hadn't been served. It might be on the stretcher back there where we just laid them out stretching. For the Bowtech Independence. And she said, how awesome is those strings going to look? They're going to look real good.
Oh, yeah.
And then Muddy Duck says she has a birthday in a couple weeks. She says she wants a cake.
That's up to you. I'm keeping my clothes on. Well, I mean,
me too.
if you got a couple dollars, you know. I'm waiting on that super chat.
Oh, Lord. Let's see. Rich says he still needs to bring his JX3 by here and let me try it.
Muddy Ducks, my cousin started him and another guy that comes out the shop got into riding Harleys or whatever, and they've been started some kind of little biker hangout place. Anyway, I showed him your tumblers, and they talking about getting a bunch of them for their thing. What are they calling their thing? The Wild Hogs or something?
The Wolfpack.
Wolfpack, that's it. The Wolfpack. Anyway, and I told him, I gave him your Facebook page and told him all that stuff. So I don't know. It was just a day or two ago, so they probably hadn't sent anything yet. But next time I see them, I'll ask them or tell them to get a hold of you. Because they were going crazy. And I showed them the Archeryshack one. They were going crazy.
Richards, KJ said that he's got a bud. The border to Canada is closed still. He runs a parcel business and it's hurting him. Richard says FedEx in the UK are refusing to handle archery equipment.
Oh, Lord.
Let's see. Daniel Schultz asked, if we don't have a local trusted pro shop, are we able to purchase most brands from you guys and get it shipped, or are there new bow restrictions?
You just have to holler at us. Some, like Prime, we can't ship any of those without getting in trouble. PSE and Bear, we can ship their mainline bows, but not their pro shop and Legend series bows. So it's like every company's different.
Yeah.
Just holler at us, and with some stuff we can send, some stuff we can't.
Sorry, Eddie. He said, I got you. My bad. PL Pam, have we seen the new PSC bow? Which?
Yeah, the one that came out today, I'm guessing. Seen pictures of it.
Mm-hmm.
We hadn't, I was telling a while ago, we'll get one or a couple on the way. But I'm betting like this bow. This is that embark bow that they came up with a month or two ago. It's it's took a month or two to get here, so those are probably going to be about the same status. Y'all got any snow where y'all are at?
Let's see, Rich.
I bet it won't be long. If if we if it wasn't COVID stuff going on, I think the ATA show would have started today. That's where we would have been,
Yeah.
and we'd be talking to y'all from Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm. Has Gearhead done anything new? I seen something where they released a new bow or something earlier today, but I hadn't
heard anything.
It really wasn't a big announcement.
Technically we're a Gearhead dealer. I don't have any on the wall. And that one year we ordered a few, and it was all special orders pretty much. It's a neat concept, but most of the redneck folk that came in were like, "What in the hell is this thing?" You know what I mean? So like, pretty much that reaction was like, "We don't need to buy a bunch of these and put them on the wall." And they didn't. It wasn't that they shot bad or anything. It's just they're, in the words of John Partain that helps us, it looks like an erector set. You know what I mean?
He said you turn a 14-year-old loose when a erector set.
It's a neat concept. I don't know.
Let's see. Mick said snow. What's that stuff?
Good day, mate. I'll tell you. Well, we get one, maybe two snows here a year, and it's nothing major usually.
Yeah.
And then like once every 20 years, you'll get a foot, or maybe not even a foot, but a decent snow. But I think up above us in like Asheville, which is probably an hour and a half ish above us. I think they're supposed to get some tonight. I think Spartanburg, which is about an hour north of us, I think they're supposed to get some. We're just getting rain.
Let's see. KJ says, could you use a Gearhead for bow fishing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Dean says, Chesterfield County, Virginia. He put in for an urban hunt. Ooh. He blew his knee out hiking in the swamp.
Dang, it sucks.
Yeah, it does. Daniel says high 20s and 6 inches of snow in Wisconsin.
Whew.
And Mick says he's never seen snow in 58 years. My eyes are not working tonight.
Remember Brandy that went to school with us?
Brandy
Clark,
yeah.
I remember when we were kids or whatever age we were, she was from Florida and it snowed here and she was like, had never seen it before.
Yeah.
It was like, wow. And we were all like, I mean, we don't see it that much.
No, we don't.
But it was not that big a deal. I just remember her freaking out.
Let's see. KJ said, can you snap shoot them?
You, according to what length? I mean, like I wouldn't want to get that little bitty one. You'd probably derail it. You know what I mean? Like it's so little.
Probably to make a 20, a 24.
I'm just trying to think. If I don't know. It'd be hard to not use I don't know. It'd be then again, if it was a low poundage, maybe.
Low poundage is what I'm thinking.
I don't know. That'd be a tough one. I'd hate to say yeah, and then it blow up on you.
If you enter it, you ought to look at their slingshot that they got.
They got a bow fishing sling. I don't know. It's like a bow. It's wild. I don't remember what they call it, but it's made for bow fishing, and it's got like these thick rubber band things and a whisker biscuit on it. And you shoot a bow fishing arrow out of it, but it reminds you of a slingshot.
Yeah.
I think it was about $300, which ain't that bad, but it's weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was thinking 30, 40 pound range. I mean,
yeah. You could. I think if I was going to get a bow fishing rig, a decent one for as cheap as I could right now, I'd probably look for an old mission bow.
Yeah.
Like, what was that one? Yesterday we had that girl's, was it a Raddick? Mission Raddick?
Yeah.
Little bitty bow. You know, you could probably find it for $200, maybe a little less, and it's a little tiny thing.
Can we get Oneidas?
Not to my knowledge. I talked to him about 5 years ago, and I didn't realize what a new Oneida cost because we had a few people asking about them. You know, I was thinking it was a $500, $600, $700 bow, and them things were like $1,000 plus, and I was like, good Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as I know, they're direct only, and you got to order so many and all that stuff. So probably not. I do think there'd be a market for somebody to buy old Oneida bows, restring them, clean them up, set them up as a bow fishing rig, and then sell them. There's probably a lot of money to be made because we get some, not a bunch, but some older ones come through, and that's what people are using them for.
Mm-hmm. We actually had, a couple come in this year.
Yeah. And there's a group or two on Facebook. I'm in one or two of them. Lever bows and I can't lever bow fishing group. I don't remember lever something, and it's got all kinds of information in there about those things. But
at least they didn't put a bunch of speed knots on this bow.
Yeah, just 4 each end.
Let's see.
Just 4.
I'm trying to think of what else has been.
I've got it. I hadn't even looked. I know I've got a couple emails about stuff here in the last few days, but I hadn't looked at it. I don't know if it's anything new. Surelock posted or changed their picture on Facebook. I don't know if that means they're fixing to actually release a target site or not.
Yeah, if they do that one, if it's the same one that we talked it was, that joker's been in the making
5 years.
5 years. Any new broadheads hitting the market?
Not that I've heard about.
I know the craze right now is the heavy air build and the single bevel stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's really been where the broadheads and stuff I've seen.
Yeah. Imagine, so I was talking about the ATA show, which is that big show we go to every year, and they release all the stuff and all this. They're doing a virtual one for us next week. And I honestly don't feel like there will be a ton of stuff released because of the COVID, and everybody's already behind, and much less trying to come out with new stuff, but we may have a few things to tell you about next week.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be good. And that's just like them PSC bows that got released today. Today would have been the first day of the ATA. That's why they got released today.
Yep.
I hate that they canceled it.
Yeah, me too.
But I reckon we'll get off here and go find us some supper.
Yep.
But we'll be back soon. In the next, I still hadn't got the 36-inch model prime in. It should be any time now, but as soon as I get it, I'm going to do a big series of prime review type videos. And now that we got this bow in the next week or two, I'm going to get a video of it with speeds and with us shooting it and what we think about it and all that. Get a little time to play with it. So that'll be coming up soon. We got a 3D shoot up at Kiwi Bowman in about 2 weekends, so that'll be good. We'll probably get some video of that.
Let's see. Richard said, Richard and Steve, Iron Will released 2 new ones today.
Okay.
And Richard said they're going to a solid from 100 grains and up.
Can you mount a back bar on this thing or no?
No. No.
Ain't no big deal. I mean, you can put it where the front's at, but just wonder if they tapped it.
Mm-mm. You would have thought they would have tapped it.
But anyway, we'll get off here. Let y'all.
Let's see. Daniel
we got
asked,
more questions.
yeah, what's disadvantage of speed knots?
Really none.
Mm-mm. A lot of the newer bows, like your Matthews and your Hoyts, you pretty much got to put them back on them.
Yeah, Hoyt. When the RX1 came out, and a lot of these newer Matthews and Hoyts, they'll have 20 or 30 on the string total, which is a lot. But Hoyt said, if you don't put them on this bow, RX1, RX3, RX4, it could derail it from there being so much oscillation in the
Mhm.
string that's not being tamed. So we're like, good Lord. But yeah, there's really no disadvantage that I can think of.
Mm-mm. But that's all I got.
All right, I'm turning it off. Y'all
All
have a
right.
good evening. Thank y'all
Yep.
for tuning in with us and chatting. We'll see you soon.
Yep.
If you need us, holler at us. And if you need to get in on the Arrow giveaway, look at the podcast that came out this week, Tuesday. See y'all soon.
See y'all.